definitely not as bad as we've seen in the last couple of weeks for sure.
That's right. Nothing that's hurt us. Nothing has hurt us. One roughing call, or I call it a roughing call. It was a hit on a punt, but that's okay. Young man was okay. So we'll take our poison on that and move on.
Kevin, your thoughts of the first half of play as we get ready for the third quarter here in about 3 minutes.
Clayton needs to just keep doing the way they've been doing. You know, like we've always been talking about. You know, especially with the run-pass option. Run, throw a short pass, maybe do a swing pass, run it again, and it opens up a little bit of stuff downfield if that's what they want to take. Or try to go downfield, maybe burn them a couple times, and then it opens back up to running the game, because you got to your run pass option. You got to make sure you keep all aspects of the defense honest, because if you just keep running, then your DBs will start coming up, and then they'll get burnt. So
well, what I'd love to see, Kevin, is love to see them take advantage of a couple of little crossing routes.
Yes.
Their linebackers are crowding the box. They're trying to get to us, trying to put pressure, leaving the middle of the field open. I think that's something, hopefully, if coaches took a look at it at halftime, and hopefully they'll take advantage of here.
And by the way, we are now officially live on the Clayton High School TV YouTube channel. Finally got some things tweaked and worked out. Missed the first half. It's 14-0. 1 minute till the start of the third quarter here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. And Kim Winslow, your thoughts of the first half?
Well, I think you all pretty much said it. Obviously, on offense, we got one score on a very short drive, you know, starting at the 6-yard line. Then had a nice sustained drive with a little bit of mix of pass and run, and got some. We were aided a little bit by some penalties. But then what can you say about the defense? You know, we talked about it in the JV game last night, that the defensive line and linebackers, you know, they were just in that backfield constantly last night. We were wondering what in the world Coach Walker and Coach Johns fed them before the game. Whatever it was, I think he fed it to the varsity guys tonight.
Well, thank you very much.
Our pregame meals when I used to play was always spaghetti and dirt cake, so I don't know.
Mine was Wendy's in the afternoon because they didn't feed us.
Well, I used to do that when I was on the JV team. I think I was the only freshman in my grade that was driving, so I used to, all the boys hop in the back of my truck and we'd run over to McDonald's to get something to eat.
Well, thank you very much, Mark Coates. Always great getting his insights and thoughts. I'd grab Blake Robertson if I could, but he officially retired last night for the season. You'll hear him again in basketball.
I don't know. He might get us in trouble the way things are going tonight. Talk about the zebras.
He always talks about the zebras. What are you talking about? That is an always night given. Now, I said I let Blake talk, but he already said last night he was retiring for the year. He's getting ready for the wild, wonderful Disney World. Oh, my goodness. Getting ready. Greg Parrish, you having a good time? He had a great job. Great job there with the homecoming king and queen celebration. And we're getting ready now to go with the start of the third quarter. My. What a great job. Clayton is up 14-0. Let's see what happens, shall we? The Comets, remember, they won the toss.
You can see the coach on the sideline already telling the kids to get back.
To the second half, and they kicked the ball to start the game. 2 scores in the first half. South Garner, no scores. As we're ready to start the third quarter, Kevin Stump, Wesley Outland here with you. Kim Winslow on the sideline. In addition to that, we also have, you heard some context from Mark Coates. Christian Diggers on the camera. Christian Diggs, awesome job, man. And we are ready to go here for the start of the third quarter. Ball goes through the air. Here we go for the start with a flag on the field as well. There's a flag on the field as well.
Oh, nice stiff arm.
What a pitch with a stiff arm.
Oh, they're going to get it for hands to the face.
Alejandro Rubio with a stiff arm. I saw the flag fly in the pile quickly.
Yeah, they threw that first flag, and then they threw a second flag when he stiff-armed him. So I don't know if they're going to, Rubio, it looks like they're going to get him with the hands to the face or something.
Kim, what did you see?
See the one in the middle of the field. I definitely saw Rubio put his hands up in the in the helmet of the defender there. But it looks like they called block in the back. That was the first flag thrown.
Block in the back. There we go. So a block in the back called. Ready to go now with a 1st and 10 with the ball on the 40.
Right. Your Comets are going to take over the third quarter first.
We'll start this over again.
On their own.
So really, technically, if you really look at it, they didn't lose but like 10 yards on those penalties because he went out about on the 40 and now he's on the 39.
That's right.
I mean, the 31. So really didn't hurt him that bad, but it's not the way to start a half.
Ready for the second half. 1st and 10, ball on the 31. 6 seconds taken off the clock. Referee finally calls for the clock to go down. And not yet. Wow, he's kind of stalling them here. There we go. Motion. Everett Boyd movement right up the middle. And that's, of course, our buddy there is Anderson back after a wrist injury in the Garner game a couple of weeks ago. Maybe a loss of 1 or 2 when it was number 21, Antonio Cinco, up the middle.
Yeah, and that was a good tackle by Nick Walker for South Garner. They just filled that hole. They kept their gaps, and there wasn't nowhere for them to go. Three wide receivers and 1 running back. Now they're motioning it out to the left, so they're going to have 3 on one side to the wide side of the field.
All right, so it's 14-0 right now.
On the short side. Oh,
21.
hold the ball.
Cinco, yes, and 22 was there for the Titans defense. Number 22, Eli Lattimore, and Trondrick Evans, a couple of sophomore and senior there. This will bring up now a 3rd and 4. 36 ball. Or the ball is on the 36-yard line.
Yeah, it definitely looks like South Garner has definitely made some adjustments at halftime, knowing where they were probably looking at some film and trying to scout out and see what they were going to do.
Exactly right.
He's got a man. Oh, too high.
Incomplete pass on the play. Going to bring up 4th down. Pass.
4th down, yeah. Cam, down to you. They're going to quickly do a 3 and out, it looks like.
Yeah, not the start the Comets were looking to start off the first half. It looks like we're going to punt. Hopefully we can get another one of those Mason Rambo bombs up there and see if we can pin them deep.
Trying to get it started here for sure. Definitely. Thank you, Kim.
Nice snap, good kick.
What a punt.
Driving back down to about the 20. He muffed
It up, and they got back on it. Yes, he certainly did.
that was
Comets
close.
were there, though. Mason Rambo, Alejandro Rubio. Apologies, Alejandro Rubio.
Defense.
And that could have been
after
bad for South Garner.
Oh, it definitely could have been because, when, like we said, that turf bounces a whole lot different than grass. And, once he missed it and it started rolling, you really don't know where it's going to go. So he lucked out and got back on top of it, but Clayton was right there in case he didn't.
The 2021 homecoming game. And you want to win homecoming. Back down to you,
I was
Kim.
going to say, just like we said before, this is right where this defense likes to be.
Oh, yes. And he ain't got no, unless they're going to make a quick pass, he don't have no defense back there in the backfield with him.
Pass completed.
Looks like he might have gained about a yard, Kim.
About 2 on the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 8.
A 2nd and 8 now is what they're going to call here.
Yeah.
That's an awfully short 2 yards.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was.
I'm about to say the same thing. Yes, ma'am.
And if he'd have waited about another second, Spellman was getting ready to have him in the
Yes, he
backfield.
was.
He was all up in his
He
face.
took a shot.
But luckily he took a legal shot and didn't do nothing crazy.
That's right.
And that's what, he's an App State commit. That's what they look for. They look for composure in these kids, too. That's going to be a false start on offense.
Another flag thrown down.
So another flag thrown on the field here.
It's like Elijah Marshall, junior offensive lineman. It's a big boy, though. He's 6'2", 282, Kim.
14.
These boys just keep getting bigger and bigger. I don't remember them being this big when I was in high school.
Oh, when we were, I think like they were getting
5 yards right back, Kim. You're exactly right, as there's a penalty.
And
Man.
after,
Yeah.
maybe I'll just not.
2nd and 9. Ball will now go to the 18-yard line. 14-0. 9:33 homecoming game. South Garner and Clayton. CRN Sports for the radio coverage. Clayton High School YouTube TV for the live feed. Kevin Stump, Wesley Outland, the voice of the Comets, joined down on the sidelines, always with Kim Winslow. Analysis also added in by Mark Coates. And right now, 9-12 ticks in the third.
Third down and about 7 to go for the Titans.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 3rd and 7, about 9 minutes to go.
Yes, sir.
They got pressure again, but he's going deep. Oh, Adar got him, intercepted.
Look at that interception by John Emerson.
Again.
Emerson
No, he's
takes
going for
it
the
to
house
the
this time,
pile,
though.
to the 10. He trips up
Oh,
on
that
his
was a
own and
good
falls
play.
down. Fell down. If he wouldn't have tripped on his feet, Kevin, I think that would have been 6.
Yeah.
I don't know. He still had a little bit of a crowd of people right in front
Yeah,
of him.
He certainly did.
Yeah.
For a minute there, the seas was parting, and then they were closing in, if you will.
Yeah, he made sure that he was going to try to go toward the house for that one, though.
And look at him with the Comets
But you
dog
know,
chain, Kim.
one of the things before the game starts, one of the drills that they run is that turnover drill.
Yep.
And that you could tell they have practiced that. They ran that perfectly. As soon as John caught it, everybody switched gears,
Yep.
became blockers.
And it seems like him, every interception, whoever makes the interception, they get the dog chain.
Oh, yeah, they got their turnover chain over there. But you know,
Turnover
that
chain.
looks very similar to the play where John Emerson got the interception in the first half. He just sat back, looked like he was playing center field back there, just waiting for that ball to come to him.
Yeah,
That's
because they had him 3-on-1, so 2 of them was looking at the ball and the other one was guarding the defender, and it was thrown short.
So here we go.
That was timeout by.
There's a timeout on the field. Yeah, timeout. They'll call for a timeout on the field. And we have an injury also. I thought there was a timeout. I didn't see an injury.
There was. It was
yeah.
a referee called a timeout.
Well, here we go. Now 1st and 10, ball on the 13. It is Comets ball. What a drive by John Emerson. What a run.
And looking from here on the other side of the field, looks like that kid looks like he's going to have some cramping going on. They're trying to get him stretched back out, so it looks like he's going to be okay.
Ready to bring his flock back to the promised land, if you will.
Yep, let's see what they're going to do.
Here we go. Mark, maybe a pickup of, well, he lost 2 yards. I was going to say maybe a pickup of 1, but he lost it.
And guess who it was again? Michael McDaniel, 13 for the. Well, you got to think too. I mean, he's 6'1", 160 senior. You know, he's wanting to try to win games too. He's doing all he can to help them out.
You're exactly right. Ball up through the middle. Look at him run. It's a fake.
He
throws it up
pick
inside of the end zone. And picked off by number 12. That's Tondrick Evans. He's going to come out. He's going to have Ian Martin pushed him out of bounds.
Looks like about 32.
Interception first time tonight by the South Garner Titans in the end zone. And it all started, Kim, when Joshua Anderson began to make a little slip rattle.
Or throw it. At first when he threw it, I thought maybe he was just going to throw it out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
But it fell short and right. You know, again, that defender was playing center field.
But
he was right there waiting for it.
And I guarantee you the coaches will talk to him when he comes on the sideline.
certainly will.
He rolled around to the right and threw across his body all the way back. That's a no-no.
Look, as
exactly
Blake
right.
Robertson said, about the only one that can do that is Patrick Mahomes.
Here comes the Titans up the field. And they are still down by 2 scores. A nice run there. Number 25 with the run. That was Jordan Reed up the middle. The running back for the Titans. It was Alejandro Rubio, the linebacker junior. Number 45 for the Comets. By the way, the Comets are the homecoming squad. They're the colors of the white jersey pants. You're watching on CHS TV live from Nixon Fowler Stadium. They have the C on the side of their helmets in white. Blue jerseys with white numbers in silver as well, with Clayton adorned on the front. The throw. And there's a pass made by the Titans. It's good. Called by number 5 of Zamir Winston. South Garner Titans on the away squad. They're wearing also white jersey pants, white jerseys with numbers that are hard to tell. Thank goodness we're doing TV with Christian Diggs on an awesome video lens, because if not, we'd be lost without binoculars. Silver numbers with purple trim, silver helmets. Motion. Boy, number 6 was ready to jump, but Mason Bland, as he was announced the 2021 Homecoming Prince this morning at the pep rally you heard on the Community Radio Network, and we got a timeout by the Titans.
Yeah, the coach didn't like what he liked. He
didn't like what he liked?
Well, he didn't like what he saw, because the defense they looked like they were getting ready to come. And
he said he didn't like what he liked.
Yeah, he didn't like what he liked.
There we go. A 3rd and 4 coming up here. Ball on the 35-yard line, 6:46 remaining here in the third quarter. Clayton looking to now move to a 500 season if they pull it off there, Kevin. 4-4 on the year. And then, of course, as well, be 3-1 in conference play.
Yeah, they'll definitely need that going forward. So, and it's a great way to get back to 500, especially at homecoming. Because, I mean, you know, Clayton loves football, and they have shown it tonight. I mean, I know that they come to the games, but, I mean, homecoming is always special. I mean, you can just look around the horseshoe up there by the scoreboard, and, you know, they're putting on a show for these fans, and the fans are reciprocating back to them with the cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm understanding that is beginning to sprinkle here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. Remember that this is a turf field. They will play in weather conditions unless it is lightning. If there's lightning within a 7-mile radius by the National Weather Service, they have to do a 30-minute hold. Catch is made, and the pass and the run, number 12, he is gone.
He got some
Let
speed.
him go, number 10, 5, touchdown to the end zone, Titans. That is Trondrick Evans. Touchdown for the Titans. And finally, after almost 2.5 quarters, they finally scored.
Yeah, that looked like he was actually looking for the under area. When he got it, he turned on the jizz. That kid has some speed, and nobody gonna catch him.
That's right.
Mason Rambo come running about halfway across the field and try to tackle him on the sideline, and he couldn't even get to him. So that's gonna be pass interference on somebody.
Yeah.
They were both fighting each other.
But I couldn't tell. They were.
Yeah.
That was almost an equal opportunity.
They were both grabbing
Yes,
each other.
they were. Uh-oh. Now we've got something going on in
See
another
that now.
flag thrown
Yep.
back there.
Oh,
What
my
about the-
goodness.
I think somebody said something on that one.
Been a fairly quiet game until now.
Because they're having some words with the coaching staff for South Garner is having some words with the player, so I think he said something.
And yeah, you could definitely tell when they threw that flag that it was something on South Garner because the crowd's reaction said it all. Let's see.
I still don't think we've seen what was called with pass interference. But
pass interference on
Clayton.
It's being called against the Comets.
dead ball, personal foul, or
Yep.
unsportsmanlike conduct on them.
Unsportsmanlike being
Wow.
called against the
So it'd just be a
Titans.
replay of downs.
It's an unsportsmanlike conduct on the Titans, actually.
yeah, he said something.
Who'd he make mad, Kim?
I don't know, because it looked like he was surrounded by his own players, so I don't know what he said.
And we've noticed in the last couple of weeks, the month for that matter, these referees will not tolerate any jawing. If there's any pushing or shoving to a certain extent,
Yeah,
you are. Yeah.
I mean, they've even, like, I've seen them in games here in high school recently and some other games locally to where I live at, you know. I mean, they've thrown unsportsmanlike conduct on personal foul on teammates of the same team for jaw-jacking at each other, for using words they aren't supposed to, which, I mean, that could count also, so.
We'll find out what the call is here.
So the pass.
And it's interference on the Comets is what we're being told.
The pass interference off against the Comets first, and now marking off the unsportsmanlike against the Titans.
So they're calling it unsportsmanlike conduct on the Titans.
And I like it in that order, because
Yes.
what was it, half the distance? So what?
Yeah.
That's a yard and a half.
That's right.
Yeah, half
then we get the
distance and
15 back.
15-yard, yep.
We needed that. That was a gift.
And now the referee's over there explaining it to the coach, and the coach doesn't look like he's very happy. But ain't nothing he can do about it now.
Yeah, it's too late now. And understanding there's a new quarterback in now for the Titans. Number 3, well, he's back. He played quarterback earlier, James Johnson Jr.
JJJ.
Triple J is back. He's played offense, defense, special teams, linebacker, O-line, cornerback, free safety, punt returner, kick returner. That man can play all 7 sides of the ball. How many positions are there in football?
11.
He's played them all.
There's 22, technically, I guess you could say.
Okay, well, maybe he's played 10. So here we go now.
I even think I saw him playing with the band during halftime.
It's James Johnson. He's playing the hits here for the Titans at the homecoming game. James Johnson Jr. ready to go. To the backside is Jordan Reed. And after a unsportsmanlike conduct call, they're going to come back now, but a 4th and 17, and they're going to go for it.
Right there.
Throw is up. Picked off.
incomplete.
Man, almost got caught by John Emerson. Oh, my goodness. Good coverage there. And he was there. Alejandro Rubio tipped the ball, and then John Emerson was ready to take it away and just come up short, Kim, because it bounced off the ground.
I think 24 Z Catcher got a, it went right through his hands, and he's mad. Yeah. He wanted that one.
Yeah, he did.
Z Catcher, man, Z Catcher says, oh.
Because, I mean, there was everybody was running down to everybody was motioning to the left to leave that
all I
wide
saw was
receiver.
people running.
Yeah, everybody was moving to the left, and they did a little skinny post route to the flag back there in the back of the end zone, and if he'd have caught that, he had some grass.
That's all I saw was people running. Wherever I was going, I was running.
All right, Forrest.
Remember that?
No,
that's exactly what happened.
And when I got tired, I just went home.
That's right.
Well, let's see where they're going to kick it to this time.
Let's see. It's not over yet, shall we? As right now they're going to send it. Number 5 will punt it or kick it back, if you will.
Number 5, John Emerson back.
14-6 the score. Here comes Ian Martin with a trip up.
Nice block.
Got through the pack. Then he got almost hit head on. Boy, he almost got hit head on by number 8 or number 10 there in the pile of C.J. Brooks or Javon Wright. And the referees trying to break it up. Back down to you, Kim. Don't get caught in the mosh pit.
No, but I tell you what, Ian Martin had some great blockers in front of him.
A.J. Foster laid that dude on his tail. That was a great block. And didn't only hit it once, but hit it twice.
Came after him big time, if you will.
And then there was another one right up ahead. I can't remember if it was Byron Smith or maybe John Emerson. Somebody also picked up the next level of blocker. So that was a nice return. Gets the Comets in decent field position on about the 37.
After he knocked that one guy down at the 30, come and hit another guy almost too late out of bounds. So that was close. But that was that was good.
Well, let's see what happens here now.
The middle. 32, Nadir Simmons. Loss of 1 or 2.
Nadir Simmons back in the backfield at a loss of 1 or 2 down to you, Kim.
No, just to say we got Hogan Yates back in at quarterback.
Hogan Yates is back in at quarterback again. Anderson's been in. Hogan Yates back in now, the number 2. Hogan Yates, the quarterback senior. Homecoming 2021 of the Community Radio Network for the radio call. CHS TV on YouTube. And what a ran him down, boy. He read that one, number 21. Yep. Kavon brought down.
Yeah.
Everett Boyd, he's a little slow getting up.
Yeah, they run the guy, the outside wide receiver. I'm pretty sure it was number 11. Okay, Cyrus, it looked like. What was that, 17? Nope.
My goodness.
De'Aaron Campbell. They tried to run him deep and run a little swing route, and the defender didn't.
As right now the throw will go up. That's Yates. Yates will go. It's incomplete. Incomplete to number 10 of Javon, number 10, Darian Campbell. He was trying to be there, just coming up short.
Yeah,
and this is going to bring up 4th down and 12, Kevin.
And that would have been enough for a first down. Kim might be able to tell me a little bit better, but it looked like that was it was going to be enough for the first down if he'd have caught that ball. But then again, it almost got intercepted also.
I was going to say, I couldn't tell if the defender got just a finger on it.
I think he did, and it kind of threw his timing off just a little bit trying to catch it.
It was a little bit behind him at that point. And let's see if Rambo can get another good one off.
Yes, that's exactly right. Now here we go with a 4th and 12. Comets will have to punt it. Rambo.
Good kick.
Side kick, by the way. It was sideways. Out of bounds. I think it's Comets' ball. Alejandro Rubio.
It's hard to tell if he got possession.
No.
Did it go out of bounds? It's out of bounds. It's Titans' ball.
He didn't have clear possession before he went out of bounds.
That's right.
And also the referee looks like, from what I can see from here, the referee was pointing that his foot was out of bounds when he got on the ball, so which would have made the player out of bounds.
My goodness.
It was by inches.
Oh my gosh, they were just, it's kind of one of those slow motion.
Yeah.
Everybody was like crawling to get to that ball.
How much you want to bet that's going to make a WREL Football Friday play if they're still here? My goodness. High school OT. So close. 3 or 4 Comet defenders there on that fumble. He fumbled the ball, Kevin. If it had been another 2 yards before the out-of-bounds line of the Comet sideline, Alejandro Rubio would have got it taken away like candy from a baby on Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, being close to Halloween, that
Month of
would have been
October.
really good.
Trick or treat.
But yeah, like you said, whenever it hit him in the hands and then he bobbled it, if it had just hit him in the hands and hit the ground, that would have gave him the 2 yards back toward the inside of the field where it would have maybe been able to
Kim, here we go now. Titans throwing it up. That's number 9, Julian Littleton. He's a new quarterback, and it is incomplete.
Emerson there again.
It was intended for number 5, Zamir Winston, all the way right there at around the 30-yard line. That would have been a big drive.
And it looks like the Titans are going to, doing similar to the Comets, rotating in, platooning 2 quarterbacks.
Yes.
Yeah, Julian Littleton's a sophomore, so maybe they're trying to get him a little bit of action right here tonight.
No, I mean, he's the one that threw for 300 yards against Cleveland, so he can definitely throw it downfield.
He's 6 foot and he's got a big arm on him.
6 foot with a big arm, and here we go again.
Second down and 10.
This will be now 2nd down and 10, and look at that. Incomplete, intended again for number 5, Zamir Winston, the wide receiver defensive back. 4:51 in the 3rd and 2nd and 10. Ball in the 36 coming up. Donovan Spellman, the Appalachian State Mountaineer commit next year, and Alejandro Rubio on the stop for the defense.
Yeah, if he'd have held the ball about another half a second, he would have been sacked in the backfield because they were coming like freight trains.
And this will now bring up 3rd and 10. And nobody was going nowhere. Right now it's 14-6.
4:50, about 4:50 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Clayton had a 14-0 lead. They opened the door on an interception in the end zone.
Spellman out.
And here comes number 9 with the throw.
He ain't
It's
going
caught.
nowhere.
Look at him run him down. Donovan Spellman from behind along with Alejandro Rubio and number 55, Ty Streeter on the assist.
Ty Streeter with the assist there.
Yeah,
Holy
it's hockey
smokes,
season,
Donovan
it's
was
football
everywhere.
season. Kim, that was an awesome play
Yeah, he
there.
was everywhere on that play. He put the pressure on the quarterback, then turned around and ran down the receiver.
But I mean, he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
I know it was an inside bubble screen, but when you bubble screen behind your guy and then there's already somebody there, you're obviously going to keep trying to keep coming the way you were. And then Spellman and Rubio were right there, and it was that there wasn't nothing else going on.
Certainly was, man.
Let's see how their point team's going to do this time. Maybe we can get us a block, but it don't look like they're coming after it.
We'll see here, as it's going to be now 4 minutes remaining. And
get away.
punt.
That's a
Give it
terrible
Comets
kick.
ball. Look
Get
at that.
away.
Ball bounces at around the 45-yard line at midfield, and look at that. Good Comets.
Yeah,
Field position
that was
coming
about
up.
a 32-yard kick. That one went off the side of his foot, which is great for the Comets.
We are coming up on the top of the hour. We will pause for 10 seconds of network identification on CRN, the Community Radio Network, and for those that are also watching on Clayton High School TV via YouTube.
You're listening to the Community Radio Network. Follow us via social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at CRN Sports. Plus, listen to the games at 87.5 FM or join us anywhere worldwide at wearecrn.com. We are CRN.
Sweep around the left, and another horse collar tackle. And look at every boy run. Touchdown as he dives.
Now, I heard whistles. I heard whistles way
I
back.
heard whistles, guys. I don't think that's a touchdown. Whistles were blown
33-yard line.
around at the 35-yard line. Kim, there's either whistles blowing or sirens blaring because there's an ambulance roaring down Highway 70.
But there was whistles blowing. Again, they called it on the far sideline that he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, he was
but that was
tippy-toeing
a
over
jet
there.
sweep, and I tell you what, Everett Boyd, he turned on the afterburners
Yeah,
as
he
soon as
did.
he got a hold of that ball.
Yeah, he did.
What a drive, and it is not a touchdown. Everett Boyd wanted it. Stepped his foot out of bounds. 3:45. He wanted it again. He'll send it up to Cinco up the middle. And Cinco there. Now give the credit to 23 on the takedown. Isaiah Sykes was around there, the sophomore, for the Titans, and this will bring up now a 2nd and 7, pickup of 3, Kevin Stump.
Yeah, they would. And then they made that big run on that last jet sweep, and then they faked it this time. I mean, that's what you do. And then next thing you're gonna see is they're either gonna run a 5 to 7 yard out route, or they're gonna try to run a slant, because now you see the defensive backs are within 3 yards of the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now, motion movement. Here comes Everett Boyd. Everett Boyd with a sweep to the right around the corner. He got tripped up by number 11 for the Titans, and that's Tion Cole that tripped him up. Tion Cole tripped up Everett Boyd there on that run. And Tion Cole there, he read it quickly. This will now bring up a 3rd and 2, a pickup of another 5 yards, Kevin.
Yeah, they're going back. I mean, if they can't stop them, you might as well keep running it until they prove that they can. But they are definitely, with these runs, keeping those defensive backs honest by keeping them closer to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go now, motion movement. Boyd is there. Up the middle.
Oh, nice cutback.
Nice come around for Darian Campbell.
Play.
He goes down. That's the quarterback, Josh Anderson.
Smart play, because there was 4 defenders right there, and he was like, there ain't no need to take an unnecessary hit.
Anderson
Yeah,
coming
get
back.
the first down and line back up.
Yep.
Joshua Anderson coming back after an injury to his wrist. He did not play at Southeast Raleigh in their 40-18 win last week for the Comets on the road in Raleigh. And of course, the Garner game, he suffered a injury to his wrist in that 21-20 heartbreaking loss. Here we go. Motion, Simcoe to the right. 3 defenders of the Titans there, swallowing, gobbling them up there. 23, 3 and 12 for the Titans defense. Number 23, Isaiah Sykes. Number 3 of James Johnson Jr. There you go again, guys. And number 12 of Trondrick Evans, who scored the touchdown earlier.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are definitely going to that jet sweep. They are taking it to the wheel and trying to make sure that they get into the end zone with that play.
1:40 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Homecoming 2021, motion movement. Send it up the middle to Cinco. Cinco still on his feet. He lost the football.
They turned it
Titans
over.
got it back. 44.
No,
they're saying he's down.
Yeah, he was down.
His foot was down on the ground. His foot is down. It's not a fumble.
The side judge was
They were
on
dead
top
on
of it and was calling it immediately that he was down.
And by the way,
Thankfully.
for those that are watching, these referees are from the Triangle Football Association, and they're going to call it a first down on a fumble. After he went down, it's still 1st and 10 now.
No, they didn't call it a fumble.
They didn't call it a fumble, right. He fumbled, but they had already called him down.
Yep.
Eddie Pendergrass is the referee. Marty Smith, the umpire. The line middle, of course, is Mr. Michael Sachs. Line judge, Michael Utley. Jared Hopkins is the back judge.
Jet sweep again.
And here they come again around over left to the field.
Get
Is he
in.
there? Darian Campbell. Touchdown.
Yes.
Touchdown. Number 10. How about that? Darian Campbell, the wide receiver, defensive back junior. Kim, he has been really shining the last couple of weeks. He did really well at Southeast Raleigh, but tonight he gets a touchdown on homecoming night.
Yeah, he had some big plays last week, and that was a big play right there. You know, we talked about they've been running that jet sweep. They've run it, you know, both ways, and they've got the option. You've got either the quarterback can hand it off, and the extra point is good, and holy smokes.
That was a good kick right there.
Boyd was about to send that ball on the Highway 70 on the oncoming
That was
traffic.
beautiful. But again, when they run that jet sweep, you know, they'll run it both directions.
Yeah.
But when they do, you know, the quarterback, he's got 3 options. He gives it off to the receiver coming around. He can hand it off to the back right behind him or keep it himself. So it keeps the defense on their toes.
And listen to the famed Comets chant.
And then plus, Kim, going back to that too, you also have
The crowd in a roaring crescendo here at Nixon Fowler Stadium, as even when we were kids, Kevin, that chant still remains the Comets chant.
Oh, yeah. That chant will never go away.
It never goes away.
That's just like the sign says, it's a tradition.
The tradition.
109.
Homecoming 2021. 109 remaining here in the 3rd quarter after a touchdown score by number 10 of Darian Campbell, the wide receiver defensive back junior. He found a run to the left, sweep to the left, ran to the end zone, and made something happen after, of course, what looked like Everett Boyd had scored a touchdown, stepped out of bounds. Ball flies through the air. Everett Boyd What a kick. The ball is up and around the 10-yard line. He'll come back on the sideline, and there's a sea of blue to bring him down.
22-yard line.
Yeah, that was a good swarm tackle by the whole kicking team.
10-27 there as well. Darian Campbell, 27 of Dalen Aiken also there, and of course number 5, John Emerson, all around.
It looks like when they get ball first and 10, there's going to be about a minute 4 left in the third quarter.
It is 21-6. Down to you, Kim Winslow.
You know, last year we saw a lot of, squib kicks on the kickoffs. You can see as Everett Boyd has really matured into a kicker. He kicked that deep. I think the returner caught it about the 5 or 6 yard line.
It looked like it was about the 6.
Yeah. And that helps your defense.
Well, low snap for the Titans. They got it up, though. Johnson to 25 of Jordan Reed. Reed will go out of bounds. Mason Rambo was there, I believe, on the takedown.
Looked like we had a little wrestling match going on, a little extracurricular activity after the play.
A little tussling on the sideline. 45 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Kevin, when is the contact and the touching too much?
You got
It's a physical game. We know that.
Oh yeah, but you got to. These referees have been reffing a long time. They know when to nip it in the bud before I guess the fist be swinging. So
2nd and 6. Ball on the 27. Quarterback is now number 9 again of Julian Littleton. Letting the clock run down, it looks like. Man, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're not reading the play. There's a lot of play calling on the sideline for the Titans. And they're putting a tap in the referee's hat. You see in the far left of the monitor, the referee tapping his hat. That means you got 5 seconds left before the play is, before it's delay of game. And that's also the advantage, Kevin, because the play clocks do not work here at Nixon Fowler Stadium. They haven't worked here in a while.
Yeah, and with this brand new turf field like this, it looks like they need to invest a little bit and go ahead and get them working back again.
There'll be a whole,
that would be a great, investment in helping the kids too, because, shoot, I mean, college and NFL and any other football, they're able to see the play clock in multiple places in the whole stadium.
And they are working on that. In fact, it was supposed to be done when the field was done, and I don't know what happened afterwards. In fact, they were supposed to be out here today hoping it would be working tonight, but
they actually were supposed to try to work on it today. They were.
Well, that's good.
So there's an effort being made.
Well, I remember when they were put in, and when I was playing, they were here, and they were a big advantage to have those.
It is halftime, done. Homecoming celebrations done. Third quarter is done. There's one more quarter left, and that is the fourth, and it's next on the Community Radio Network.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following family super boosters for their support and generosity to Comets Athletics: the Evans family, the Gaskins family, the Ivy family, the Jones family, Kona Ice of Garner, the Moser family, the Nesselrode family, Prestige Pools of North Carolina, the Sharp family, and the Winslow family. If you would like to support Comets Athletics as a family super booster, please visit www.cometsathleticboosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
Here they come back onto the field. And the start of the fourth quarter, 12 minutes on the clock. Kevin Stump, Wesley outlet up top side. Mark Coates has jumped in a time or two. Kim Winslow on the sideline, and here we go, deflected, incomplete for number 12, Trondrick Evans. 4th down and 7 coming up, Kevin.
That was a nice route by the wide receiver, and the pass looked like it was right on the money, and Clayton was kind of playing on their heels a little bit on that one, so we're lucked out that he didn't catch that ball.
Yeah, as Blake Robertson would say, he hit him in the exact wrong spot, right in the hands.
Yeah.
It just went right off his fingertips.
You just can't do that, right?
And it also looked like he might have been getting ready to try to turn before he caught the ball.
You got to bring the ball in before you start running.
Because when he was running that route before he cut to the outside, he probably noticed that there was nobody within 5 or 6 yards around him. So he tried to take off upfield before he had the ball.
21-6 for 4th and 7 here.
4th down.
And with it being the fourth quarter, 21-6, to see all of the crowd still sticking around, that's a testament to this coaching staff and these players.
Number 4, Ian Martin.
For certain.
Receive the punt. Gets the
Oh,
ball,
he's
takes
got some
off,
blockers.
crosses midfield.
Oh, he had some blockers.
He stopped around.
Had some help, had some blockers, had some
45
runners there.
line.
It's no good. A 45.
Great field position.
And the Comets will now get some awesome field position to get started back around midfield. Back down to you, Kim.
As he said, he had some blockers. It was almost good that they held up a little bit because otherwise it probably would have been a block in the back.
Yeah.
So it was good. Just take the yardage you got.
Yeah,
let's
for
line it
sure.
up and move it downfield.
So this will bring up now a 1st and 10, ball on the 45 for the Comets. Welcome into those that are joining us for the second half of Homecoming 2021 on Clayton High School YouTube TV. Wesley Outland, Kevin here with you. It's Kevin Stumped, Kim
nice
Winslow,
run
and
to
here
the
comes
left.
a nice
Hold
run.
the ball, hold
Here
the
you
ball.
go.
To Nadir Simmons with a huge
Nice run.
for the
We
Comets.
were unable to show the first half due to some technical, but Christian Diggs and the staff quickly worked into getting the second half live. We will show the game in both for their entirety, the first and the second half live as you're watching. Because we know this is an important game, Kevin. You remember senior night, obviously, and then you remember the homecoming games.
Yeah, exactly. And they, I mean, I still remember him to this
Eric
day.
Boyd with a sweep to the right, looking at him around the corner. And he's looking for a hole as public address comments announcer Greg Parrish commented on 21 of the takedown for the Titans of Kevin Moore. And what a sweep there for Everett Boyd. How much did he get? Really didn't go nowhere, did he? Second and 10.
He got about three and a half.
2nd and 7. He picked up 3.
But like we were talking about earlier, he actually went, instead of going north and south, east and west, he actually went about northwest.
Went
So he got a
northwest to
couple
northeast, if you will.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Definitely. Motion movement on the other side. He'll fake it this time up the middle as Nadir Simmons.
Got about 3 yards.
Nadir
out of that.
Simmons up the middle there.
That was a good block.
Third down for the Comets.
It was a good block number 52.
Yes,
and
sir.
Number
3rd and 3 for the
73.
Comets coming up.
Those were nice kick out blocks that they had.
52 of the Comets of Christopher Kinsey and 73. No, you're talking about Garrick Walker as well as 73. No, you were. Okay, my bad. Christopher Kinsey as well as 73, Zach Klingenbeck. Here we go, throw. There you go. Kirkendall, number 18, Mason Kirkendall.
Kim, you
Wide
have a better
receiver
view
had
than
a
we
run
do, but
there.
He looks like he's right pretty close to the first
He's
down.
going to be just short.
First down. Gonna be
Being
fourth
up 21-6, 10 minutes to go in the game.
Fourth
This is
and
something that Coach Andy's probably going to go for.
It's
Yeah.
it's 4th and 1, and they're in
Especially
the red
when-
zone, Kim.
When you got a big back like that with Nadir Simmons in the backfield.
Oh, yeah, and as good as the offensive line's been blocking this series, go with him.
We'll go with the quarterback sneak, looks like.
Oh, got to get 1 yard. Got to get 1 yard. He got it. He got it. Joshua Anderson, even though they push him back, he got it. First down on a
He picked up
4th
a
and
couple
1.
yards on that.
Yeah, he did. That was some good penetration by South Garner, but they weren't no match for the Clayton offensive line.
Yeah, that was 50 and 23 there for the Titans on the stop, of course, of Isaiah Sykes, as Nick Walker was there as well on the O-line. But still, he got a yard and more. Checks his play card now on his side of his wrist. And we get ready now for a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 13.
Comets.
Up the middle.
Comets up the middle. There you go.
Hold the ball.
Nadir Simmons. He got to hold that football.
Yeah,
you keep talking about that.
He's
That's
trying to stretch out to
Yes.
gain a half a yard.
I was going to say
I
the
mean,
same thing. He rolls on and he can't see what's coming up behind him.
Right.
All it takes is one person to knock that ball out.
That's right. We've
And I
seen
mean-
that
And
several times.
I think running backs coach Brian Bland will probably have that discussion with him that, look, you've picked up, what was it?
About
6
3 and a
yards or
About 5
that's it.
yards.
Just, it's not worth it.
Yeah, because he was also laying on top of somebody. So if that ball
Yep.
would have got stripped out, that's
Yep.
a live football unless he was laying on the ground, but it looked like he was on top of somebody.
8:45 remaining
Jet
here
sweep.
in the 4th.
Oh.
Jet sweep
Oh.
by Everett Boyd round the corner.
Look
And he
at
still
that.
stays on his feet, goes down the second time, tripped up by number 21 again.
And he's mad at
of
himself.
Kevin Moore. Oh, we got a flag.
Yeah, they got somebody.
Oh, man, I wonder if Boyd said something.
I don't know. Yep, he's looking right at him.
Oh, man.
That will fire up this coaching staff. They see
what
what
it
the
looks
signal
like.
is.
Did he say something he shouldn't have?
He might
In
have.
frustration, we'll find out.
No,
The
it's a
referee.
legal block in
No,
the
it's a
back.
legal block on South Garner.
Illegal?
it's on
No,
Clayton.
it's got to be on Clayton.
It's on Clayton. My apologies. Yes, you're right. It's on illegal block in the back on the Comets.
Look, I'd rather have that than
Yes.
Then
having said
unsportsmanlike
something.
conduct. Yes.
Just like Coach Handy said in the pregame, you don't mind those penalties where you're being aggressive, you're working hard, you don't want the mental mistakes. So I'll take that one over the other.
And 16 from the 20-yard line of time.
Here we go now with 8:28 remaining in regulation of the fourth here at homecoming.
So I got trips to the left and your tight end to the right.
Corinth Holder next week, then a bye game. Then they
Dump it. Dump ball.
Oh, lost the ball. Anderson, get it back. He got it back. Look at him run. But he's not going anywhere. He lost a couple of yards.
3 or 4 on the play, going to bring up third down.
See, that right there is what we were talking about a minute ago, Kim, and Wesley, about them holding on to the football. I know he's back there, but he's got somebody in his face. Tuck the ball away until you can get away from him, and then try to go pass again.
Yeah,
And
look at
he's
poor
holding
Anderson.
that left arm.
He's holding the left arm again, Kim, and they had to fix his shoulder pads as well on his jersey.
Yeah, he's got to be very careful about that.
Yeah, sometimes you
he's
try to
hurt,
make
too.
something
Yeah,
out of
he's-
nothing.
he's
very
hurting and
good
he's
at
trying to
he's very
shrug it
good at
off.
doing that. Sometimes you just got to throw the ball away.
Anderson whistles, flags. What is this on?
We may be going backwards again.
False start on number 1, looks like. Yep.
Kim, it looks like the last 2 snaps. Anderson can't even hold the football, it looked like, there for a second.
Yeah, he's still holding that left arm right around his elbow, it looks like.
Yeah, when he was running up the field a minute ago after he got the ball back, he took a shot on that left shoulder. So, I mean, it could be a light stinger, too. That might be bothering him.
Anderson will make his way, got the play call. He'll make his way back to the huddle here. Nadir Simmons to his right. They're at the right hash mark here on the new turf field. Nixon Fowler Stadium motion movement from right to left. Here comes now Everett Boyd. Low snap by Anderson. Anderson with the throw. Is he there? It goes
Touchdown.
Got it. Touchdown. Ian Martin.
Nice.
Ian Martin was there.
Nice.
Touchdown.
Yeah,
28 yards to the end zone, Kim.
Yeah,
Wow, what a throw.
He had about 3 or 4 yards on him. That was a great catch and a great pass where only he could catch that ball.
Wow, and he just, as he ran his route, he just tracked that ball
Yes.
all the way into the end zone. And that was a pretty pass
It
by
was.
Josh Anderson.
I was getting ready to say that was a beautiful spiral.
28-yard throw
And
from
that was-
Anderson on a low snap, Kim. A low snap.
And it was nice to see that, especially after we had back-to-back penalties. We were, moving the wrong direction, had the sack. It was good to see a good play like that.
And it is good.
And then we'll see Everett Boyd with the point after attempt.
Beautiful spiral.
28 yards. Good job.
Nice.
That kick is up. He is getting better and better every time, man. I'm telling you. Wow.
Every time he kicks it, you see his teammates come up and congratulate him. And you usually see that. Obviously, he converted, got the point, but I think they are happy to see that he is kicking a pretty ball through those uprights.
Cam, keep those mics on.
Look.
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
No, I was going to say, I don't think anybody has left this Comet crew
No.
tonight. It is still packed
Well,
up
I mean,
there.
look up there on the hill.
I
It don't
know.
look like many people's left over there.
All the way around the fence.
I'm glad I got a lot of stuff to pack up at the end of the night because I don't want to be in the traffic.
I'm glad I'm
Look
hitting.
at Christian, my camera guy, Christian Diggs
Yeah.
out of Moxville on the production, saying yes,
Well,
he agrees.
I'm glad
That's how
I'm-
we communicate with each other
I know. I
at
saw
the
him doing it.
racetracks.
I saw him doing it
At the
earlier.
NASCAR races, I'll say, hey, Christian, did you see that? The mosquitoes attacking you tonight? All right, here we go. Okay,
I
that was
just
a very slow no.
I just do have to say though, people that aren't watching this,
Yeah.
Christian, you are a great cameraman. You are keeping up with the action. You,
I told
you are
you.
a class act. I appreciate you
I
doing
told
it.
you.
And this is a pleasure watching this on here because this is amazing.
And this was something that we literally put together, Kim, like last night before the JV game to try to find some way to let people watch it. And then we had to deal with some kind of, down errors and blocks by the county on the feeds for social media, which we get. But we finally got approval to put it up for the second half, and we hope they're enjoying it.
one of the things that just took place behind me. You know, every once in a while you'll see that they'll put a cheerleader up on the board and do push-ups, and
Yes.
my daughter just did her 28 push-ups.
There you go.
I bet she's not happy the score's 28-6, but she is.
One time last year it was either 42 or 48. She was ready for them to stop scoring.
Number 15 with the return, that was Christian Stewart. Number 5, John Emerson on the takedown on the kickoff return. And
She was probably
Here we
thinking
go.
like Blake thinks half the time, just get the other kids in. Let's get the backups in and get everybody a chance to play. Maybe we won't score anymore.
Kevin, is it time to run the ball, run the clock down? What do you think?
Absolutely.
28-6.
Now, I mean, if something goes crazy in the next minute and a half, and South Garner would happen to score and get a 2-point conversion and make it a 28-14 game, then you still got to play a little bit of offense. There's still a lot of time, especially since they've got all 3 of their timeouts. So, and there's a offsides right there. Jameer Boardley.
Off the sides, offsides.
Offside.
Comets.
Jameer Boardley.
Yeah, Jameer Boardley. And I'm thinking, obviously, with homecoming, you got a big lead right now, 28-6. You're going to see some second, third player strings come in.
Especially after this drive.
And it's homecoming.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a part of something
But,
special.
then
I
again,
remember this.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, and then you got some seniors, you know, that might not play as much as some of the
First
other ones.
to
They'll
five
definitely
for
make
the
sure they
Titans.
get them in, especially
Yeah.
on being their last homecoming.
It might be their last football game.
Yeah, could be.
7:06 remaining here in regulation. Snap, ball going through the middle. Oh, they were trying to rip it away from him, man.
Mason
Number
Bland.
5, John
No
Emerson,
gain
Mason
there.
Bland also there.
He had his big old paw all over that
I was going to
football.
say Mason Bland shot the gap,
Yeah,
and
he
he
did.
was right there.
Mason Bland, Kim, was trying to grab that football. The Prince of Homecoming 2021.
Yeah, if he'd have been about a half a second faster, instead of the running back getting it, it'd have been Bland going to the end zone with it.
6:35 remaining here in the fourth. And the band plays on. A big win tonight. They're going to go at 500 at 4-4, 3-1 in the Greater Neuse River 4A Conference. Corinth Holder next week's.
Oh, ball
Bad
ground.
snap. He got it back, and he goes to his knees. That's probably the smartest thing, Kevin, that Julian Littleton could do at number 9.
When the ball went over his head, he picked it up. Spellman was already there. He turned around to try to run and saw 6 Comets right there, and he said he didn't want no part of that. He just said, I'm going to the ground.
No part of it. No way, Jose.
No, I'm not getting my head knocked off to try to get some yards back. He was like, not today.
5:50 remaining here and now. Clock ticks down. It's 28-6. Homecoming 2021, South Garner and Clayton. Here we go.
Picked off. Oh, got it.
Picked off.
15.
Number 15, and that is Jaquan McKee Brinkley. How fitting, how special to come back from an injury. Homecoming night and score a touchdown for the senior, Kim.
That is so awesome. You know, when he got hurt, when his kneecap popped, he didn't know if he was going to be able to come back and play at all this season. So to see him come back and make a play like, I was just happy to see him on the field. But then to come make a play like that, that is awesome.
To come back from an injury.
Yeah,
To come back from an injury last year that sidelined him.
No,
And
it was just this year. It was a couple weeks-
actually,
yeah.
a couple of weeks ago.
We were playing
And
at Smithfield
yes,
Selma.
To come back from an injury earlier in the year and to score a touchdown as a senior on homecoming night. What could be more fitting or special? And Everett Boyd still kicking them high through the goalpost.
Well, you knew it was eventually going to happen. Emerson picked off the first one down here and got about 5 yards. When he picked off the second one he got about 25 yards. Well, he said that, the heck with this, Brinkley said, I'm going to take this one to the house. Y'all can have it.
Here they go again.
He done switched it up that time. He went up for the defense channel.
He changed it up. We got a guy in the leader of the grandstands down there, right?
Hey, Kim, since they didn't do the Comets chant, are they still going to make them do the push-ups?
I don't know. We'll have to see. But that was pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen them.
Somebody over here in the Comet
Somebody
crew's
in the
doing push-ups.
grandstand, yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what you call that.
You know what they call that, Kim? It's called having fun
Yes.
and beating people at homecoming.
That's right.
Oh, he's got it draped across his back, kind of doing squats.
I almost thought he had a tutu on.
Yeah, well, no, the girl does. He's got a girl draped
Oh, I
across his
didn't see-
back doing squats.
Oh. Hey, it's all about, hey, with 5:37 to go,
All right,
up by
number one,
29, it ain't nothing but having fun time now.
Kickoff for the Comets.
1st and 10, ball on the 40
remaining
for
in the
Coach
ball
Shane
game.
Handy and his men, the young men of the Clayton Comets varsity team. They did exactly what they wanted. They lost the football. Comets ball. I think it's the
They're
Comets
scrambling
ball.
for it, folks.
I believe it's the
think the
Comets
Comets
ball.
might have it.
The Comets might have it. No, the Titans come back on the pile with it.
Nope.
Yeah, when the Titan went down, he snatched his arm out and just got that ball brought right
Tion
back
Cole,
in.
number
And the-
11, Tion Cole.
And the cheerleaders just finished doing 35 push-ups. That time it was Alex Bailey.
Tion Cole was the man on the bottom of the dog pile, if you will, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a little, it wasn't as big of a scrum as it had been on the last time that they fumbled the ball, but they were lucky to get that one back.
All right, Titans going to have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line.
5:30 remaining here in regulation. 1st and 10, ball on the 40. Listen to the Comet crew. Their Comets all in. Here we go. Snap is
Another
high.
high
Another high snap. It's caught, brought in there by number 5.
Nice
And there's
ball
just
line.
all sorts of hits. Snap, crackle, pop, bing, bang, pow,
Number
kaboom.
43.
43 bringing him down, man. William.
With the stick for the Comets.
Wow. Miles 2, number 33 with a big hit there.
And A.J. Foster was there too to turn it back to the inside for him to get him.
And remember, A.J. Foster went into running back mode last week at the end of the
Oh,
game
yeah.
and scored a touchdown. Here we go now with a 2nd and 9, ball on the 41, run through the middle. He had a run through the middle. He was coming hard.
He's gonna be about a yard short.
55, Streeter brings him down.
55,
23 is
Streeter.
there. Also A.J. Foster.
14, Nehemiah Prince.
Number 14, Nehemiah Prince also around there. Kate Cyrus the Virus. Oh, yeah, you don't want to go against the dog pound of the Comets defense.
No, not right now, as dominant as they've been tonight.
Clayton will now set their sights on the completion of homecoming and go with Corinth Holders on the road next Friday night. JV here at home. Throw. Up, caught. Attempt made by number 5, Zamir Winston from the throw by the QB of Julian Littleton.
Coming up for the Titans.
And it's a 1st down for the Titans. As I was saying, next Thursday night, JV here at Nixon Fowler Stadium for the football game. Varsity away at Corinth Holder.
Titans gonna have
Then they
1st
take
and
a bye
10
week.
on
The
Comets
JV
45.
Comets will be highlighted here at home with their final game of the season against the Willow Springs Storm for JV. And then senior night, final game of the conference of the regular season here against the Cleveland Rams. Down
I just
you,
want to
Kim.
relay a message. Just make sure the officials have asked Greg Parrish not to announce play-by-play. Handy was trying to get the message up to him. I don't know if they heard
They've
it.
been asked for you not to do play-by-play, Greg Parrish. the referees have asked for you not to do play-by-play. I told him, yeah. Coach Greg Parrish, he getting into it. He,
Oh, Lord, they're going.
here we go. Poor Greg. They've been telling him he can't do play-by-play.
Got a man down right there.
Somebody give Greg Parrish a headset. Let him go.
Who's that, 52?
Oh, we got a player down. Number 57
7.
is down. 57 for the Titans of Alex Colhane. And Alex Colhane is down. 57, Alex Colhane for the Titans is down, and he's going to be checked out by the trainers. This will give us a chance to go to commercial break as we're down the stretch at homecoming. 2021. 35-6, and actually Tulane will walk it off.
You went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council. To buy your home, you became a house hunting ace, learned about loans, scoured neighborhoods, and asked the right questions. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Coming down to the stretch here. Homecoming 20,
Titans first and 10.
21, the run, the throw, the ball,
Going nowhere.
and up
Rush
the
for
middle.
about a yard or
And
two.
they just bring him down, snatched him up. Comets were there, number 14 and 11. Cade Cyrus, the virus. 14, Nehemiah Prince. And bringing him down, 25 of Jordan Reed. And this is now a 2nd and 9 with a ball on the 33-yard line. Homecoming looking good at Nixon Fowler Stadium. As we got a timeout by the Comets. We'll take
Comets call a
timeouts with them.
timeout.
Stand by.
2:41
Here's
remaining.
Kim Winslow with a word from the corporate Super Comet Boosters, and a big gracias for sponsoring athletics here at Clayton.
The Comet Athletic Booster Club would like to thank the following corporate and Super Comet boosters for their support and generosity to Comets Athletics: Generation Church, Horizon Family Medicine, Lee's Produce, the Noose Country Club, and TR Lee Oil and Gas. If your business would like to support Comets Athletics, please visit www.cometsAthleticBoosters.com. Thank you for being Comets All In, and go Comets!
2:41 left to go here in the fourth. Kevin, timeouts, just letting time go by, bringing in different players. What do you think, bud?
Well, it looked like they had to call a timeout. Because they were close to getting a substitution infraction. They had a man that was going. They were getting ready to snap the ball, and Clayton would have had 12 men. So Coach Andy saw it and called the timeout, which is a smart play.
He read it.
2:41. Why give them a little bit closer? Let's try to keep them to only getting 6 points. So, I mean, like we said last time, with them timeouts, you can't take them home with me. You might as well use them.
The penultimate game of the regular season next Friday night against the Corinth Holder Pirates. Throw,
That was
QB.
Pass
Oh, it's
complete.
caught.
He
It's
breaks
caught.
the tackle.
Touchdown. Goes to the
for a
end zone.
touchdown.
Number 6. That's Michael Bond.
That was a bullet touchdown by Julian Littleton, but he stood in the pocket and paid for it.
Touchdown, Michael Bond at number 6. You know, I said it last night of the JV game with Blake Robertson. Okay, let him have it.
Yeah, Jameer Boardley laid the wood on him on that one. Julian Littleton's going to be thinking about standing in the pocket again like that when number 19's coming at him.
And now they're going to go for 2. 35-12 the score.
Titans going for 2 here, folks.
Listen to him making
35-12
noise.
score.
Yeah. Here we go. Number 9, snap, ball. He
Pitch.
runs on his own. The
Option
pitch
pitch
to the
out.
right, to the left to
Nope.
Jordan Reed, and they
Nope.
come up short. He is short. It's
Pass
incomplete.
come up short.
It is no
That
good.
leaves your score.
Yeah, that was a good
Comets
swarm attack by the
35,
defense not to give up
12.
anymore.
Yeah. Down to you, Kim.
And on that defense, you know, obviously with the Comets up 35-6 at that point, they had some defensive substitutions
Yeah.
in there. So there was a little bit of inexperience, you know, and the defender on that play, you know, he's hitting his head. He knew when the receiver caught the ball, he went in to just try and hit the receiver with his shoulder as opposed to try and wrap him up and tackling him. But that's why you get him into the game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, because he's, you know, a minute ago when they were trying to make substitutions, he was trying to bring in number 34, Frank Melton, right before they called the timeout. He's only a junior, and it looks like after they came out of that timeout that there were some different. I mean, even right now, it looks like there's a few different players in different positions right now, even on this ensuing kickoff.
Mark Coates will give his analysis on post-game when this game wraps up after he's done running the clock. 2.5 minutes remaining.
And it looks like Clayton set up with their hands team out there
2.5
just in case
minutes remaining.
South Garner wants to try anything tricky.
And by the way, the
Get ready for the kick.
Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up is next after this game is over. Coaches' interviews, maybe some player interviews. Bob on a squib kick.
Nice.
And here it comes,
Catching
picking it up.
it down.
Comets got it. That was number 3,
Down and
Mr.
around
Byron
their own
Smith, the
41
senior
yard
wide
line.
receiver defensive
Comets
back.
coming
Smart
out.
play.
Offense
Just grab it
taking
and get
over.
down. There ain't no
First and
need. I
10.
mean, there's 2:32. You know, these kids are smart enough to know,
Smith
you know,
with the recovery for
South
the
Garner is already down. They already know they're going to lose. It's going to be a long trip back to Wake County for them, which I'm not sad about. But, you know, you got to watch out.
Well, I
because
like this Garner team better than the other one.
that is correct. And plus,
no, the Garner Trojans was a good game.
yeah, I mean, but like I was saying,
the
you know,
Titans are a growing program.
oh yeah, and he made a smart play by going down. They're going to get some of the other players in the game, and you know, cooler heads are going to prevail, and because you don't want to try to run up the score, so get down, get some other players in, Let's see what they can do.
Here we go with a sweep up the middle now with the ball for the Comets.
Handoff
Nadir
for the
Simmons.
Gain of about 5 or 6 on the play.
Just like that. That was a nice
No,
run.
that was
up the
A.J.
middle.
Foster, correction. A.J. Foster with the run. Foster on the carry, running back, linebacker, junior A.J. Foster.
Carry for the Comets.
Right at midfield for homecoming.
About 6 going to be second
Coming
and
up on a
4 now for
2-minute
the
warning, but they don't take a timeout in high school football like they do NFL. Here we go, motion movement, number 12.
Jet sweep.
Sweep around the corner from the left to the right. Here he comes.
Number 12.
Or from right to left,
Deion
actually, from the
Harris for the
broadcast
Comets.
position. And Tondrick, number 12 of Deion Harris.
Yep.
And they brought him down,
Timeout
number 10 for the
called by the
Titans.
Comets. Now they call timeout.
Javon Wright, we got a timeout in the field.
148.
It looks like with being third down, they're going. It looks like they might be getting ready to call a timeout to put some substitutions in.
148
I think.
remaining in the game.
Sportsmanship. It means a lot of things.
It means showing respect for the opposing team.
And being a good host for our visitors.
It's about modeling good behavior and not getting caught up in the emotion of the moment.
It's about winning with humility.
Losing with dignity.
It is about making my high school games.
It's a good memory that I can enjoy for years to come.
Mr. Official.
Mom,
Dad, son.
daughter, coach.
Are we in this together?
Sportsmanship. Together we make the right call.
This message has been brought to you by the North Carolina High School Athletic Association.
Boy, we might have an upset alert. Undefeated Heritage. Nightdale leads them 43-36 at the end of the game on high school OT. Thank you, Nick Stevens. As Heritage,
How much time is left in that game? All I saw was it said tune in to see if Heritage can come back.
Yeah, it
but it
says-
didn't say how much time was left.
It says 43-36.
Yeah.
Yeah, no time given. You must have got the same alert.
I did.
Heritage might be not undefeated anymore.
We're up third and
Here we
4
go
for the
now.
Comets.
Run by
Nice
Yates
block.
up the middle to Foster.
Nice.
Foster got a run to around the 35.
That was some
and a
good
first
blocking.
down.
First down.
That was some good blocking by them offensive linemen.
Yeah. A first down. Good run by A.J. Foster.
A minute 30 left. Let's see what they're going to do.
First and 10 for the Comets.
Final 90 seconds of play here. First and 10. And
ball on the
they
ground.
lost the ball.
Flag.
No, they turned it over. Turnover number 10. Javon Wright. One man to beat, and Yates couldn't run him down. Touchdown, Titans. Javon Wright. Oh, my goodness. You bring in the second, third stringers. You give them a chance to be in the spotlight for homecoming night, and you've had 2 touchdowns here scored. Obviously,
Yeah, it looks like
that wasn't good.
Yeah, it looked
Man.
like Hogan Yates tried to hand it off to the running back going up the field and didn't pull it out in time because he was going to run the ball, and it hit the running back's elbow and came out.
Cam, it's all about getting experience, and that's what it's about. But there's going to be some
Yeah.
mistakes made on the field.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of starters that were out in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just on that handoff.
Yeah, he
the
tried to
timing
pull
was
it out a little bit
yep,
late.
and the defender was just right there to snatch it right away from him.
35-18, cut the deficit in half, if you will. They're going to go for 2. Try to make it 35-20. Throw it up. It is incomplete. It was intended for number 5 in the backfield of Zamir Winston. Great coverage by number 24 of Mr. Zeke Hatcher. Zeke Hatcher on the coverage in the backfield to stop
And
the
Byron
2-point
Smith.
conversion, as well as Byron Smith.
For the Comets.
It was intended for Zamir Winston. Byron Smith also helping out with a stop. So Clayton, in the next minute and 10 seconds, will now go to 500. I can say they're batting 500 because it is officially the postseason for baseball. They're going to go to 4-4 in the year. They're going to now go to 3-1 in conference. They prepare to play Cornholder Pirates next Friday night. Then they have a bye week. And oh boy, the
Whoa,
humdinger,
Nelly.
the granddaddy senior night of them all at Nixon Fowler Stadium. Battle of the zip codes.
Where's the old
Battle of Clayton.
Where's the old Keith Jackson when you
Cleveland.
need him? Whoa,
Whoa,
Nelly.
Nelly. Yes, and that'll be a good one. On Halloween weekend, trick or treat. Smell the gridiron at Clayton on Friday night, October 29th. Clayton and Cleveland. A squib kick, if you will, an
Oh,
onside
Lord.
kick. Oh, my goodness, guys, get the ball. There you
Get
go.
down.
Kirkendall was around there. A couple other guys were down. That's Everett Boyd.
Comets for cover.
Now.
Everett Boyd, boy, looked like he's got a daze there for a second. He's not
Yeah.
get back up.
Yeah. He took a hit
Give
on
me
that
some
first
smelly
shot.
sauce, if you will.
Yeah, he picked the ball up off the ground and got a lick from somebody.
Oh, it's 35-18, 108. Homecoming will be a win for the Comets.
Now is.
And the Comets football team wins homecoming on the road at last night. Obviously, 28-14. Tonight, 35-18. If you're the Comets, do you just need the ball and call this one and finish? What do you do?
It doesn't look like it. There looks
No,
like there's
Yates
run
right
out.
up the middle. Going to give a run now to number 43 for the
Comets
Comets.
William Urena.
43.
William Urena. William
Senior
Urena.
running back getting,
Yes.
getting the ball.
8.
William Urena running with the ball.
The Comets going to bring up third or second down and 3.
Cam, we're seeing a lot of Rudy moments going on here right now for these seniors here for homecoming night as we're down to 44.4 seconds left in the fourth. That's a lot of fours in that sentence.
Yeah, and you want to try and get people in. Like you said, that last game of the season, you know, it will be senior night here against Cleveland. There may not be a lot of opportunity to get a lot of people in the game.
Unless you're on the kickoff.
Homecoming and a knee.
And we take a knee.
Take a knee. Number two, Hogan Yates. Final 30 seconds. Will that do it, or they got a knee at one more time? This will now be a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. I think is a timeout call. That's it. That's the ball game. It's over. Comets win on homecoming. Homecoming. Look at that. Show that clock ticking down. Yeah, baby. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Like Happy New Year, it's Happy Homecoming in Clayton. Final score, 35-18. The Comets win here at Nixon Fowler Stadium.
Now we continue the sportsmanship aspect of it, giving the handshake. So looks like hopefully everything should be going good with this.
Oh, and they are shaking hands. They are congratulating one another. Good sportsmanship. Good sportsmanship. I love it. Cam, I know we got a very exciting Comets Athletic Boosters post-game wrap-up. Player interviews, Coach Shane Handy, obviously. Take your pick. What a great job, 35-18 here in Clayton tonight.
And if you're watching down here giving the handshakes, some of the South Garner players are not being very
amicable.
A little amicable,
yeah,
if you will.
I mean, you
cordial.
got Cyrus right here, and he's trying to make sure he gets everybody high fives too.
And people are pulling away from him.
He's kind of said something to a few of them too, and he's like, "Hey, what? I mean, no sportsmanship here." But I mean, that was good. At least he tried to give everybody fives and kept everybody else cool. So, and now it looks like the players and the students, they're coming onto the field.
Yeah, but go to that far left, the Comet crew. They're about to come and bombard the Comets football staff.
Yeah, I don't
Down
know
to
if you
Kim.
saw at the very end as the clock ticked down, the Comet crew, they all threw up baby powder.
Yeah, I can
and it is
smell
in the air.
Yeah, I smell
like
it.
baby powder. Well, I'll be fresh after the game.
But hey, before we go any further, can we say thanks to the weather gods up above, man, for blessing us with
100%.
good weather. Definitely thought there was going to be a chance of some severe weather, and maybe it'll come now. Let it rain, let it rain. This
All
game
right.
is over. Down to you, Kim.
I'm just going to turn off my mic and as Coach Handy gives his spiel.
She'll be back with us in a moment. We'll be joined now as Kim gets ready to hear some words of wisdom from Shane Handy in the Comets, and before the prayer, we're joined back again with Coach, former player, coach, analyst Mark Coates. Mark, take the game 35-18 tonight.
Balanced play calling tonight. Comets came out and established themselves in the first quarter. Had a one touchdown lead, I believe, at halftime. Came out and with balance between run and pass, and were able to put up 35 points here in the second half. Gave up 2 touchdowns late in the ball game, but it's homecoming. You want everybody to play, get everybody in. So good job tonight by the Comets going out and securing a win on homecoming.
Certainly is, definitely. And of course, your take of the second half from the first half. Obviously, you said things were looking really good by them in the first half, and then second half they lit it up, and then let them score a couple of touchdowns. Can happen.
Yeah, I mean it was probably, I would think, more pass happy the first half, but nothing wrong with that. They went out, they executed a lot of that. They came back out and run the ball some more in the second half. Got on the outside and tried to open it up some. South Garner was stacking the box and trying to take away the inside run, so they beat them on the outside.
Kevin, your thoughts on everything, buddy, man? I mean, obviously you were right there on the call of the game with us, 35-18. Obviously you want to win homecoming, and they did that.
Yeah, to reiterate what Mark was saying, the Coach Handy and the Comets took what the defense was giving them for South Garner. They would block a little bit to the right. Clayton would run it to the left. If they would stack the box, like Mark said, they'd bounce us to the outside. If the DBs were coming up, they'd run a little bit of a post play, or if they were laying back on their heels some, they would maybe, we didn't see it as much tonight, but they were throwing some of the little slant plays. But, whatever the defense gave them, they made an adjustment and made it happen.
Down the field, and Kim Winslow.
Yeah, I've got Jaquan McKee-Brinkley with me.
Oh, yes.
Jaquan, after that game when you popped out that knee cap, did you think you would be back out here on this field?
Yes, ma'am.
You knew you were going to be back. Every week I kept asking you, how much longer, how much longer? Tonight was your first game back. How thrilling was it to cap it off with a play like that with a pick six?
It was amazing. I've been telling my teammates, I've been dreaming all night. Every single night of this week I've been dreaming about a pick six. And that's what happens when you manifest.
Well, can you keep dreaming about it then? Well, welcome back. We're so excited to see you out on this field, and congratulations.
Thank you.
That's just one of the players with a pick six tonight after an injury back in the Triple Ed's game against Wake Forest. Jaquan McKee-Brinkley, the senior wide receiver defensive back tonight with a touchdown on a pick six there, Kevin.
Yeah, he made a great jump on that ball, and when he had it, that was it. He was gone. There wasn't nobody going to catch him. He made sure of that because he saw it in his dreams. He definitely made it into a reality because he jumped on that and read the quarterback's eyes all the way through. That was a great pick.
Mark, your thoughts of this mosh pit of people here on our broadcasts on Clayton High School TV, YouTube, and CRN. Back down to you, Kim. We'll get Mark in a second.
Yeah, sorry, Mark, didn't mean to interrupt, but I got Cade Cyrus with me.
Yeah.
Cade, I think they were going to start charging y'all rent for as much time you spent in that backfield. Were you guys just amped up tonight?
I mean, for us, seeing our seniors last year and the year before that, it's always a big thing coming in as a senior, especially on homecoming and senior night. So I guess you could say we were ramped up, but it's always a fun thing to play on a new field and play as a Comet.
Look, we've been watching this defense all year, and we've been asking, because we see it in the JV game also with the defensive line, the linebackers. We want to know what Coach Walker and Coach John feeding you guys.
Grit and probably about some big old, protein waffles, maybe milkshakes, about 200 push-ups a day, they just feed us the will to win, and it's always something about getting better. He always says humble but hungry, so we always got to say hungry even if we make good accomplishments, so it's always the next big thing.
Well, congratulations, Cade.
Thank you.
That was Kim.
I love that young man.
I do too. Cade Cyrus, the virus. What a phenomenal job tonight. And there you see, hey, where's Kim? Christian, where's Kim? We spotted Kim. There she is. Where's Kim? There she is. Yeah. Mark, your thoughts on what we were talking about before we threw it down to Kim with Cade Cyrus, the virus?
Well, just a balanced attack. The team played well.
I'd grab Yates.
Couple little mistakes, but nothing really hurt us. We had one drive where we got down there 3rd and 3, and some mistakes cost us. We wound up at the 28-yard line, but the coaches made a good call on that 3rd and 28 play, and seam route down the middle, and we scored on it. So,
Kim, I think Christian's going to follow you wherever you go now. So where's Kim? It's come to an end. He's following you.
I have been searching all over for Coach Handy.
Coach Handy.
So I'm going to see if I can grab a quick second with him. Do you have a quick second?
There he is.
Coach Handy, you were talking in the game just about how special sometimes homecoming is, having the alumni come back. How awesome was it to see this kind of crowd come out to support the team tonight?
It was a great crowd. We always got, of course, Clayton area, man, they always come out and support, but it was extra special tonight. So it was a great group of people for sure. Really neat.
And what did you think of your defense tonight?
Oh, man, we flew around so well, and our defensive backs played so well on the run and pass. It's really complimentary at halftime about the way they were playing defense and stuff, and came out in the second half, did a great job. So, yeah, it was awesome.
And we saw a lot of good blocking from the offensive line, too, opening up some holes for those running backs. We see Nehemiah Smith is out.
Yeah.
But we've talked about, there's been lots of injuries up and down, but it's been a next man in type of mentality.
Yeah, no question. Our next guy up has done a great job running the football and stuff. Thought we did some good things running and completed some balls here and there in the past, and then we're just going to continue to work on that and get better.
And after those injuries, it's nice to see these players when they're able to come back, and to see Jaquan McKay-Brinkley. How awesome was that?
That was incredible. It was so awesome. He told me he was going to do it. He said, Coach, I'm going to score. I'm like,
he said he dreamed about it. He said, that's how you manifest it. I said, dream about it again then.
Right. That's exactly right.
All right, well, thank you, Coach Andy. Have a good evening, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, how about that? Thank you, Kim, getting the word there with the coach, Coach Shane Handy, and a win. And well, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up here. I think there's weather in the area. We're going to try to get as much packed up as we can. And truth be honest, Mark Coates, I've been in this press box since 8:30 this morning. I'm ready to go home before I drive to the beach in the morning.
Well,
I want to go to the beach.
It's 9:52, and unless they kick us out, we're not going home. We're going to the draft house. We're going to have some beers.
Yes.
And
yes.
Free advertising for them. I'm sorry, but that's where we're going.
I really wish they would do something with us, seriously. And I know they're building some more stuff.
But
anyhow,
I do know somebody that would like to work with us. And I got a hint today. So I'm going to give a shout out to Jody Stanley at 5J's Beef and Cattle out on Norris Road.
Well, tell them to call me.
I sure will.
Kim Winslow, down to you for the final time. Your final thoughts. We're going to get out of here, guys. We got to pack up to beat the weather.
I just thought it was an all-around great performance by the Comets. Last week we saw a great third quarter. Tonight, they put it all together, and we say it every week. I mean, this defense is just so fun to watch, and it's nice to see, the offense coming along. And again, when they can mix it up with the pass and the run, it makes all the difference in the world.
All right. Mark, Coach, your final thoughts, buddy. I know you wasn't on the play-by-play call for a lot tonight, but you saw a good game.
Good win for the Comets. Homecoming, you get that behind you. You've got two games coming up. Must-win games for the Comets. They need to come out and practice hard the next week, stay focused. They have a bye week in between the Corinth game and the Cleveland game. Focus on Corinth. Do not look ahead and focus on that last ball game. Focus on Corinth, get ready, and go win that ball game.
Kevin,
I just want to add real quick to what Mark said, just because that's exactly was the message that Coach Handy gave in the post game. He said, we've got big things ahead, two of our biggest rivals. He needs them to stay focused these next several weeks in practice, because they got big things ahead.
Kevin Stump, your final thoughts.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said the other day when we were even calling that soccer game, Wesley, between Clayton and Corinth holders, how much rivalry they have.
Oh, yes, 1-0 the score, by the way.
Yeah, so, I mean, and like Mark said, they cannot overlook Cleveland. I mean, Corinth and look at Cleveland because if they go in there unprepared, Corinth's got a good team. So Cleveland will be there. Cleveland ain't going nowhere. So we'll work on it. And the bye week in between will give them plenty of time to make everything sure is tip-top shape.
Almost 4 hours on the air on the Community Radio Network. And, of course, we hope those that are watching on the Clayton High School YouTube TV enjoyed the second half. When it's all said and done, the Comets all in, winning homecoming 2021. For videographer, producer, director, Christian Diggs. For Bennett Jones, the principal, Dr. Coach, which, by the way, 2 years ago today, yesterday actually, was when they brought back Mr. Bennett Jones, and just such an awesome leader of the Comets All-In banner. Thank you also to John Asmussen, Marlon Lee, for Kim Winslow, Mark Coates, for Kevin Stump, I'm Wesley Outland. 35-18, homecoming 2021 in the books. Corinth Holder Pirates is next. And we got it for you always on CRN, the Community Radio Network. And we thank you for those also that were watching on the Clayton High School YouTube TV feed. God bless you all. Be Comets All In. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thank you for listening and watching.